Fortnite just leaked everything about the birthday event in update 26.10 to do with the map changes, free rewards, and specifically a gift that nobody expected. Make sure you're sticking around for the 480 to 600 seconds being the full length of this video so you don't miss all of that and more today. Don't forget, when picking up the battle pass or anything from the now new named shop, it would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug if you take 2 seconds to enter code FM1 inside there. Literally one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, and I spent $100 on this cutout literally just to get Charlie to sit in front of it was actually harder. In the last video I wanted to know the name of this emote, so here's a ton of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if it gets hearted, it could be showed on screen in the very next video. We're also so close to 2.54 million subscribers, so hit the button, turn on all notifications so you stay up to date with all the newest uploads. After all, that only benefits you, as I do give different subscribers every single day with proof for that on screen right now. Diving straight into it all, of course, I'm sure you know by now from other videos that 26.10 was the first of 3 downtime updates this season, meaning 26.20 releases according to FireMonkey around the time of Ahsoka Tano's release, as he stated before 26.10 went live, including all of the other cosmetics on her page that will be put into the files. This of course means Fortnite 2023 will be the 26.30 update, going from around mid-October according to last year's event kind of duration until the start of November or even the end of this season. As of course, despite it ending on November 1st last year as showed on screen, this season ends on November 3rd, so there's no point ending the event before the end of this season. Speaking of the end of this season, of course many people are commenting on other videos like this one I uploaded saying it's not Chapter 4 Season 5, it is Chapter 5. Whilst that's true and we're getting Chapter 5 at the end of the year, I just wanted to clarify, as Hypex tweeted out on update day as well, September 12th, Fortnite added a new file that specifically mentions CH4S5, which could be a mistake, but it's most likely confirmation of the month-long Season 5 in Chapter 4 before Chapter 5 drops in December. As for the direction Fortnite's taken in Chapter 5 at the end of this year, of course it'll have already been written or the roadmap will have been set, although Donald Mustard is stepping down as CEO with this post on screen right now that I'm not entirely going to read out, so feel free to pause and do so. Thankfully we're in safe hands, however, as Charlie Wen, for those that don't know, he's got literally so many credentials as to why I'll make a great CCO. He announced he's becoming just that, and somebody interestingly tweeted out, considering I'm guessing you guys already knew that information, that it's kinda nice how the picture in Donald Mustard's retirement was the end key art for Chapter 1, and Charlie Wen's introduction is the Chapter 2 key art. Probably just a coincidence though. Personally, I don't want to see us go back to another island from before, however have the story continue and develop, which Charlie Wen is definitely going to ensure happens, being one of the main priorities. In other news, the P1000 quest pack is now back in the item shop after 1,000 plus days, so of course this peely smoothie headed looking character that we saw in the Season 9 trailer, you can now get, and I suggest doing so before it disappears again. Me and Charlie would appreciate it if you use code FM1, with us seeing the new My Hero Academia skins also, which would be appreciated to use the code for. With this, they've unvaulted the Deku Smash Mythic, unvaulted also the kind of, My Hero Academia supply drops, and added this insanely fun to use Ice Shield Fist thing, with cosmetics being based around fire and ice, such as the harvesting tool, which honestly is one of the most fire, no pun intended, in Fortnite history. As Sheena stated yesterday, it looks like the My Hero Academia mythics are available in both casual and ranked playlists, only tournaments do not include them. The Deku Smash will be vaulted in 26.20, which again, if this timer is accurate for the release of Ahsoka Tano, as FireMonkey confirmed the next update will be rolling around when this date actually arrives, Sheena determined to be September 28th at the start of this season. Also, just to note, unlike Paradise Meowscles and Geralt of Rivia, they're going with the one-page system, so there won't be a secret second actually added, kinda like what we saw for Eren Yeager, where they had the perfect opportunity to add a secret second page with an Attack Titan style that we could shift into, which would have looked like this, but they never did. Of course, with 26.10 arriving, however, we can't skim over the super styles, as just like I predicted, in the final 5th page of bonus rewards, as these take up the final 3 each of the tiers, we have gold incorporated into there, which honestly look amazing. Obviously, to unlock absolutely everything here, you'll need to get to level 200 again before November 3rd, when, this season actually ends, unless Epic Games come out stating it's going to be extended somewhat. I highly doubt that's going to be the case, however, considering Chapter 4 Season 5 is set to happen with the LEGO collaboration, maybe not even being a part of it, as Sheena stated in this tweet. Of course, before Chapter 5 rolls around in December early on to fit the criteria or duration of chapter lengths now being annual, for instance Chapter 3 to Chapter 4. Here is the start date of Chapter 3 on screen right now, and here is the start date of Chapter 4 on screen right now, literally being like, I think exactly, if not just over a year. As for Fortnite's birthday, this actually rolls around and starts, like last year, on screen right now between these 2 dates at the end of September. Back then we got all of the cosmetics for the 5th birthday celebration in Chapter 3 on screen right now that you can see, with them adding additional birthday cake map changes in each named location with consumables around them to heal health and shield, I believe. All of this is going to be returning as determined even in the last update, the first of this season, or the Chapter 4 Season 4 update in itself, with these birthday cakes being found in the files, as you can see in game right now, and not only that, the present item being unvaulted that we can throw down rewrapped in birthday wrapping paper. With 26.10 releasing, however, Sheena tweeted out Fortnite's 6th birthday cosmetics, and as you can see on the harvesting tool, we don't have the 6 candle, but on this particular spray of a cupcake with the 6 above it, this is particularly for this year, and also the back bling, we have a 6 candle above that birthday cake. This user on Twitter or X also stated 6 years later, and I can't understand why they refuse to add something that would instantly generate them tons of revenue and make hundreds of thousands of players happy, being this skin in Save the World. Not only that, but considering we've had the Loot Llamas revamped for the Jujutsu Kaisen collaboration, couldn't we see this for the birthday event and also finally have this skin in the item shop? Or should I say shop now, as Data Miners even tweeted out about the fact that they got this revamp from item shop to simply saying shop. I'm guessing alongside these 3 birthday rewards on screen right now, we're not only going to be getting other XP rewards, but on top of that, for those that haven't looked in the files in quite some time on fmbr.co or fortnite.gg, we obviously have the Peely Popper spray, which not only is an existing birthday cosmetic that never released that could come around this year for the 6th birthday event, but it also kind of teases a Peely Party style, which maybe could be an upcoming skin in the item shop if one of the encrypted files has it within this update. It would be cool to see Epic Games surprise us with this though, considering it's been in the files for so long, with a gift box like in Winterfest just randomly appear when we log on once the birthday event goes live, actually allowing us to unwrap it. Speaking of wrapping paper and the birthday event, also the birthday battle bus wrapping and candle has also been leaked in this update, which will be implemented very soon, and not only is that going to be revamped, but the tune of Flying Over the Island will once again be made this banger. On top of already sharing the free rewards for the birthday event though, here are all the rewards or even cosmetics overall added into the files within the 26.10 update, thanks to Croco Fortnite over on Twitter. From scrolling through this list, feel free to pause the video and get a better look. I'm only gonna, have it on screen for a little duration, as there's still more to cover that's very interesting, such as we could be getting car turrets later this season based on some new NPC dialogue that was added today, obviously yesterday when Sheena tweeted this. Dialogue: after this job, let's upgrade that car of yours. How do you feel about a trunk turret? Of course, we've had turrets on other vehicles, so it wouldn't surprise me if this of course is added before Chapter 5 launches and we can customize vehicles in the new Racing LTM with a limited time battle pass, with the large resemblance of this to the Mario Kart feel. As for the gameplay changes in 26.10 though, despite the Pizza Party item literally being a part of one of the quests that we have to deliver to Mega City, the Pizza Party now heals 5 HP and 30 shield per slice and can heal up to max HP and shield. Vault gates can now eliminate players, vehicles and deployable if they close directly on any of those. Fishing holes have now been nerfed to 30 to 40% chance to spawn. It previously was around 60 to 80%, and the kinetic blade upcoming will now cancel equipped balloons as it'll get unvaulted for FORTNITEmares. We saw this in the trailer, of course. Kato Thorn teased its return when coming through the time machine with Oro's skull. And also, speaking of what's teased, which may be harder to even find now than a 1 in a million or billion chance, as you can see, the mythic goldfish on his screen was one of the trophies he wanted to bring back. With it being added with fishing for the first time in Chapter 2 upon its starting, literally only a handful of players managed to catch one of these. However, with the decreased spawn rate or chance of seeing a fishing pool now, it may be even more unlikely. Believe it or not too, Fortnite actually messed up in 26.10, as in the patch notes they incorrectly stated and pointed out on Fortnite's status that slap splashes were vaulted. Followed up with slap splashes have not been vaulted, but to accommodate for Pizza Party's return, slap juice has been vaulted with today's update. Either way, you can still get the slap effect. That means from obviously throwing them down on the ground or even finding the slap barrels, which you can then get the slap effect from. With us already mentioned in Chapter 5 multiple times this video, not only that, but next season, it seems even before that, in time for Chapter 5, Epic are working on reworking all the UI tabs, most likely for Chapter 5 as PQ stated, and as you can see in the background, here is a look without his tweet on screen of all of that, with us all thinking 26.10 as the teaser in the tweet before downtime had brr, as if, to imply cold, especially with that emoji, that we would be seeing the return of the mythic Infinity Blade, combined with the fact in one of the loading screens for Chapter 4 Season 4 we can clearly see it in the display cases of something that Kato Thorn has brought back from the past. Of course then we found out that, this mythic item, even though it's incredibly cool, was the implication for this Burr teaser. Whether or not the Infinity Blade returns from Chapter 1 Season 7 any time from now anyways in Chapter 4 Season 4 with Kato Thorn bringing stuff back, it's currently unknown, but Hypex tweeted out the mythic Rapid Fire SMG is most likely returning as a display case item this season. Its clip size has been buffed from 20 to 26, which obviously will be very good. Also from Hypex graphics, 2 new augments got added. Personally, I don't pay attention to any of these and just simply activate them as soon as I get one able to activate in game. As you can see, the first one's called Jump Balloon. Gain a balloon when you jump, obviously cancelling out again once the kinetic blade is added back if we activate this. And then the Reckless SMG Reload. SMGs reload faster when reloaded with an empty clip. Last but not least, it's kinda looking bad for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collaboration, as initially this codename Fungus Ninja in the files that FireMonkey and other data miners tweeted out about was leading people to believe it would be upcoming. As of September 12th, when the 26.10 update went live, FireMonkey tweeted out the Fungus Ninja set has been renamed to Mushroom Shinobi, and he followed up in a reply stating this isn't a set codename either, by the way, it's the official set name, meaning Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Either way, drop a like if this has been a W update overall, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any future uploads. Don't forget to enter code FM1 also now or the next time you log onto Fortnite, as Charlie the Charcoal Pug and me would really appreciate it. As for where you go to now though, click either of these videos YouTube's recommended you specifically on screen right now whilst you wait for the very next one I do publish on the channel.